we have to learn from the past. Previous education reforms in the past were led by foreign international experts or by university experts. I go back as far as the 1960s with the new math led by the Peace Corps. And then almost all the previous ones, PRODED, SEDP, and so forth, were funded by the World Bank and ADB, and were therefore, they brought in international experts. That's not a problem in itself. The problem is they had ready-made solutions. They were ready with the solutions even before they had spent time deeply understanding the problem. In my experience, they never really spent time talking to the ground, talking to the teachers, the parents, and understanding the problems. I am a mathematician, I work in science, and the first and most important step, if you want to have a chance of solving a problem, is to spend time understanding and defining the problem. An ill-defined or undefined problem will not lead to an effective solution. And to say that students are failing, that is an undefined problem. It cannot be solved as such. There are many, many reasons and many, very different solutions. So also, all previous reforms centered on what we call the intended curriculum. Syllabus, scope and sequence, topics to be covered, and they always come out with a new intended curriculum, all of them. It was the new math, back to basics, K to 12, revised. I thought they would only revise, they only introduce 11 and 12, but they revised everything from K to 10, and so on. And then, of course, you measure in National Division Achievement Test and by PISA and by National Achievement Test, and you find out nothing much has changed. Why? Because learning does not happen with the intended curriculum. It does not happen with a piece of paper. It happens in the classroom, in the implemented curriculum. And that has never been, in my experience, the focus. And so I've been pushing that we have now to focus on what happens in the classroom, the implemented curriculum. The situation of Philippine schools is so diverse, from city schools, Quezon City, where a big problem is congestion, classes of 70 to 80 in the high schools, to rural schools where children have to walk 3 to 5 kilometers to go to the school. You cannot have one solution, simple solution for all. And it's only when you get down to the ground that you can identify what I call targeted interventions that will make a difference and that will find a solution for the concrete situation. And this, of course, will depend on the leadership of the principal and community support. And that's why this echoes very much the need to get down to the level of the division, the district, and the LGU, as we have been emphasizing so much in here. One of the things we have learned in this kind of work is that if we want to attend to the problems surrounding education, which include health and nutrition, we have to bring together different government departments, because health belongs to the SWD, not to DepEd. Health belongs to DOH. And our experience, together with that of Synergeia Foundation, is that it is the LGU, working with the local school board and with the citizenry, that can bring together these needed interventions for the children. See, the work of Synergeia Foundation, which is centered on LGUs and local school boards, has been effective in improving schooling. Kawat Lina Kusina ng Kaliga and Ateneo Center for Educational Development has also been working with LGUs, DepEd, DSWD, and feeding programs. This shows that the appropriate level of intervention in education should not be at the local level, but on the level of LGU, local school division, school district. The national level has to be there. It has to be an enabler. And for example, the school feeding law is an enabler because it provides a budget. There's now a national budget for feeding. But so it should be an enabler, like a good CEO. I've been a CEO many times in my life. And your job as a CEO is not to do things directly, but it's to create an enabling environment so leaders closer to the ground can get the work done. So DepEd National should not be getting down to the details. Its jobs like dictating the exact curriculum. Its job should be to make it possible for divisions and principals to develop a good curriculum.